Hey folks, Michael Mann with Michael Mann Security Services. Welcome to the Church Security Minute. This is our presentation on behavior threat detection. If you saw our quick 1-minute video. All right, if you want to get a hold of us, you can get us at contact@michaelmannsecurityservices.com. You can always call us at 615-956-3912. If I don't pick up the phone, leave me a message and I will get back with you periodically. All right, so let's talk about behavior threat detection, how this fits in to houses of worship. So behavior threat detection is a preventative measure that we use to identify potential pre-attack planning in our house of worship or our church environment, okay? Specifically what this detects earlier, what we hope to prevent with this is not only active assailants and like ideological attacks like terrorist activity, but also criminal activity. I have deployed this at Fellowship Bible Church in Brentwood in Franklin, Tennessee, where I manage 2 campuses where I manage security. A pretty good sized church, large church, or 2 campuses, and we have deterred criminal activity. We have a case study for that, and if you ever have us out for training, then I always talk about that in a case study to show not only does this stop the active assailant, but this also stops other criminal activity. We'll prevent it or deter it. Okay. Now, with this, we also get value-added services with behavior threat detection. What happens because, and we'll get into this in just a second, because of the approach that we use, we're going to get value-added services. We're also going to be there to identify other issues that may include medical emergencies. It may include people that are lost. They've never been there before. They don't know where to go. So you get value-added services when you deploy this system. So what's the process? First of all, look at your threat assessment. Folks, if you're a church, especially if you've got more than a couple hundred folks in the church, if you haven't had some sort of a minimum of threat assessment done, but you really need probably some sort of security assessment, get that done so you understand exactly what it is you're trying to protect the church against in behavior threat detection. Look at your physical security plan. Your physical security plan outlines all your other security measures in your physical protection or in your physical protection system or your PPS. So this lets me know where I need to deploy this. In that plan, you may have like electronic measures like access control and cameras. And so that way, if you don't have enough people, you can look to see where those are, and you can use those electronic measures to assist, but the human is always the best for this. Then we're always going to practice conflict avoidance. What's the mission of the church? Try to get people in the sanctuary for the good news. So here's what we don't want to do. Because behavior threat detection processes have a high false alarm rate because they're behavior based, and we are all sinners and sinful and have evil hearts. We see things through our lens, our human lens. And so we need to be very careful if we think we see something that we go through that approach and validate, which I'll get into in a second. So conflict avoidance means we're not going to go up and not pat people down and be rude. There's a way that we approach these folks, okay? Training, of course, your folks need to get trained and certified on this. This is very different. Even if you have a bunch of former police officers on your team, the police are not trained in this process. The police are trained to see criminal activity and to respond to it. This is very different. These are all preventative measures. The police are not preventative, they're responsive. So the training is very different. Then you would apply your layered approach where you have security assets on the ground in all your 3 layers. And then, of course, there's a process for both detection. So you're going to see the behavior where you report that behavior immediately and then later on after you do your suspicious activity report. And of course, in the process, you're going to validate during the kind of the snapshot threat assessment piece of the boots on the ground when they go to talk to these folks where they think they see something, they're going to validate whether or not that is truly a threat. Okay. Hey folks, I talked about this on the Security Management Minute. Certification, as you guys know, we do a lot of ASIS free. So like $2,500 to $3,000 value free training workshops throughout the year where we provide the resources for you to take and actually pass both the CPP, APP, and PSP certifications. We give CPPs and PSPs at least once a year, and about every other year we're doing the APP course. If you want more information on certification from ASIS, you can always go to www.asisonline.org and go to certification. But you can always check our website, and normally we will post it when we are about to send out or when we're about to provide a course, because we always announce that, and we have signups through Eventbrite, and that would be absolutely free. And if you're a church security manager or you're a manager in your church security ministry, man, this is something awesome to get. I'll walk you through the process. You have all the tools necessary to pass and get that certification. Okay, folks, If you want to get a hold of us, you can get us at contact@michaelmannsecurityservice.com. Call us at 615-956-3912. And remember, it is about prevention, not response.